Okay, this is where you park on Gilmore Road, right here. It's a little wide area. There's a couple more wide areas down the road. Not much parking. You got to make sure you're off far enough for any log trucks. Hampton Tree Farms and close in motorized vehicles, but they do let you come in and hike. Basically, please respect our land and we will allow you to continue to recreate by walking and bicycling and that kind of thing. And on the right side is the road that goes up toward Rogers Peak, which is the highest peak in Tillamook County. So those people that want to go peak bagging, you can go there. I've done that. It's a really nice hike. And there's even a register of sorts up there too that you have to find, but then you can sign. Okay, there's the road that you take to go up to Rogers Peak. And if you want to do standard grade, Red Rock, or any of the other hikes that are out here, you want to take Gilmore Road, and you see how it levels off, and which is obviously an old railroad grade. Okay, this looks down on the west fork of the Wilson, and you can see there's a little bit of snow left. Hope we aren't doing any post holing today. There's over there at T Point, and a little bit of snow there too.
Well, for dinner tonight, we're gonna get enchilada, and then some fried rice, and then wife is making some salsa verde burritos, and for dessert, I'm getting chocolate blackberry cake. So it's going to be. I got to get home. So I'll see you later, Don.
I got the keys. Okay, for today's hike, we're back here at this junction with standard grade and Gilmore Road. And the sign right here reads Gilmore Road. See, there's a 16.5 mile sign there for standard grade. So from Cochrane to there, 16.5 miles.
Map, I'm like going, oh man. It's going to make it a little longer too, of course.
Okay, we have the potential of doing a little loop today, which if you go down through Belding Road, it'll loop back around, come back into standard grade, and you can tie in down there. But it adds about a mile. And then this here is standard grade, and we're going to head out that again today. What is this stuff? Seems like everywhere we go, we're finding this stuff this time of year. But right now, it's only in the shaded spots on the bank, so as long as we're not walking in it, it's fine. But in April, you have to be careful about snow, because you can run into piles of it in shaded areas. Back here looking down on Blue Lake. Got a little better view of it this time. I'm going to zoom in digitally. And there's the North Fork Road, which runs all the way up to the junction with standard grade. Looking down to the draws, they tend to be kind of steep and deep and nasty down in there. Spent plenty of time hiking through those kind of places hunting. Nice little lug bolt there off of some kind of equipment. Pretty big and heavy duty. Give you a perspective. There, it's in my hands. Now, why do I want to hike roads? There seems to be kind of a divide among hikers of those that they really only want to hike trails and people who hike roads. Well, we'll be talking about that a little bit today. Why we're spending time on roads when there are trails available. Well, that's Red Rock Hill right there. And that's where we're going. The clear cut we're looking at, that's over on the other side of the railway, the Samberry. And we're just going to that peak right there. And why? Well, because it's there. And looks like it'd be a really nice hike. Okay, here we are at the junction we're going to take. The road would continue there on standard grade. And we're going to drop down this road here, which heads right toward Red Rock Point. And you see there's a little snow in the shade. And it's a beautiful day up here though. Well, we found this antenna here. It's got a magnetic mount, and it was just laying here, so I set it up to make a video, and I'll put it right back where it was. I'm assuming one of the loggers lost it off a vehicle. We're now going through a road that connects to what looks like some old grades, and so it's a little bit steeper. So coming back up is probably going to be a layer down to a t-shirt road on a day like today, which is clear, nice, sunny, a little bit of wind blowing, not too bad. Nice April day considering it's more like late June weather, but I'm not going to complain. Just going to enjoy it. Well, this is the junction. That's Belding Road. That's what the sign reads there. We're apparently on ODF land, which we're going to be going that way. I'll do a kind of a 360 here without trying to pull people's eyes out of their heads. Road goes off of there. Okay, we came to another fork in the road. There's a bunch of them on this section, and the sign says Red Rock Hill, and I think that was Bathtub going that way. So Red Rock Hill Road, and we're going to wander on out. Well, Mike's headed up to Bag the Peak, which is just right there by that stump. That's the highest point up here on Red Rock Hill. I didn't say he's peak bagged it. So, Mike, why do you hike the logging roads and not just trails?
I like trails, obviously, but like today, as I was driving up here, I went past Kings Mountain, and here it is. It's like a Tuesday, and early in the morning, and the parking lot was already half full. And I'm like going, by this afternoon, it's going to be full. And I've hiked almost all the trails around that are even relatively within a day's drive of where I live. By doing logging roads, all of a sudden now it opens up a whole bunch of other places to hike. Plus, I'm kind of a peak bagger, and there are an infinite number of peaks that I can get to if I decide to walk logging roads. If you decide to do peak bagging and all you do is trails, there's just a few handful of places to go. So it just expands all the hiking that you can do if you decide to do a few logging roads.
Now, do you normally hike during the winter?
That's another thing that I like about logging road hiking. In the wintertime, traditionally, you get to November, I would stop. And I've been hiking for 50 years, and then I would start up again, and usually in May. I might do some low elevation stuff along, maybe the Willamette River or the Tualatin or something like that. But I never did any real serious hiking because they keep a lot of the roads, trails, logging roads clear. I can hike during the winter. We've basically hiked all winter long, at least once a week, all winter long. I think we only got shut out one week this year.
Yeah, during the ice storm.
Yeah, during the ice storm. So Yeah, it expands the whole world of hiking by doing a few roads.
Yeah, one of the things I like about it is, you know, I'm into the history of the old railroad grades and the old railroad logging and just seeing that. And so a lot of the hikes that I've been planning have been around the old railroad grades when I can, because those old logging camps, and it's just interesting to see what's out here.
Yeah, I agree. I like, my family grew up around here, and my grandfather logged for Weyerhaeuser, and he would talk about these places, and now I've been to those places. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of connecting with the past.
Okay, we're coming to another gate. This is where we're going from ODF land. That's Oregon Department of Forestry. Back onto Hampton. And we're on Building Road. And it's a bit of a climb, nothing really bad so far, but it is steady uphill. And this is a road, looks like they put in to tie together some old railroad grades probably, but there you can see the gate. There's no parking. I don't know how you can get to this side of the gate, but and it looks like the gate's been open for quite a while, judging from the moss on it. Real nice area here. Got some nice timber. They've done some thinning in here, it looks like. And so there's some actual feed out there for animals too, which is really nice to see up here. Okay, we're back up on standard grade. And this is the kind of view you get. Now, yeah, there are clear cuts out there, but that's a working forest. You know, it's just what you have up in the state forest. But you look at everything. You look at the mountains. You look how far you can see. And it's just gorgeous out there. Because I think you can see to the set of mountains that are just on the edge of the Columbia River over there. Now Mike calls that $1 million view. Over here.
Maybe $1.5 million with inflation.
Yeah, maybe $1.5 million. It's definitely a heck of a view. Well, we're back here at the 16 mile and looking down the draw. And Mike's trying to use Peak Finder to identify a couple of these high points around here.
Saddle Mountain, and then Cougar Mountain, and then Humbug Mountain.
Cool.
And if you go way over there, is Davis Point.
And there's Buck Mountain.
Yeah.
Well, I have to correct the record here. That's part of standard grade there. And then over there is Firebreak 8. Okay, the gate's closed. That's why I parked on the other side, because that can happen. And they did have that sign. It looked kind of new from when we were here before. You know, that said no motorized vehicles. And I kind of wonder if they've had some vandalism or something up here. We did go buy some equipment back there that's parked on the standard grade, and they probably just didn't want anybody messing with it. I can't blame them for that.